with people about it on Facebook.
We're live. Well, my opinion is always like I was just telling someone, and I did a post saying that like if you're not pissing off both people, like people on both sides, then you're not speaking the truth. But my opinion on the whole thing is this: is that if you're gonna go to the Capitol and storm the Capitol, you better be ready for an actual revolution, and you better bring some guns, and you better be ready to kill people and turn over the government. If you're going to do that, I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that walking in there with your face painted and taking selfies, that's weak as fuck. Okay. So on the other hand, if you even touch the Capitol building and you're not supposed to, they should shoot you. It's a like you don't know who the fuck is going in there and what they have in their backpacks, and if there's like actual legit Iranian terrorists that are in that group with them, or even what their intention. You should know better. Like that lady that got shot. Sorry she got shot, but she deserved it because she was inside the Capitol building. Inside the Capitol building. If you're inside the Capitol,
they were in session too. Like
yeah.
The entire House of Representatives and the Senate were there. So yeah anything to protect those guys, justified.
How could you not? How could you be inside the Capitol building illegally and not expect to get shot on sight? That's, you see what I'm saying? So anyway, I've pissed off both sides. Okay, but mine is the truth because it's true. Because if you're gonna start a fucking revolution, you better be fucking ready to do what it takes, which means wiping out the entire government. Which, you know, like, let's reset it. That's fine. I'm not saying I support that. I'm just saying that like that's what a revolution is, and an actual insurrection. Like you better be willing to go all the way. And if you they
weren't thinking that though.
I know, but then don't fucking enter the building.
I agree.
Like, and if you do enter the building, you should be ready to be shot on sight. Like that's like this is some serious shit. Like if you that's the thing, is that's my whole thing. So I don't know. So part of it feels, I don't know, maybe just people are stupid. I guess people are stupid and weak. That's what pisses me off about the whole thing. But who cares?
The other thing is if you were trying to make a point, that point got lost in the fact that you rushed the Capitol. Like nobody's talking about that.
No, you just like
they're just talking about you running in there.
If you're gonna do something, do it, right? If you're not gonna do it, then just get the fuck out. Yeah, but
anyway,
but regardless, if you ever like go up to the Capitol building and break in, it just amazes me that you wouldn't expect to be shot on sight, right? It's the most fucking amazing thing that people would not think that they would. I mean, I would have thought that they would have like used lethal force if they got within 5 feet of the fucking door. That's what I would have thought, but I don't know.
Crazy. All right, well, let's talk about something else.
All right.
Let's talk about making money, y'all. Dollar bills.
So Manny is a terrible accountability partner. He was supposed to check in on me on Friday.
Chuck, it sounds like you need to use money as the way to get yourself.
And so I did not record those ads until Monday.
All right. Well, good. Damn. All right. And did you put them out?
They're going out this week. I didn't have time. My team didn't have time to get them in. So they're going out this week. What was that?
Nothing has gone out yet?
No. It'll go out on Tuesday. Ooh, on all the shows.
I'm excited to see what happens here.
And I have 6 of them.
Boom.
So we're gonna put different ones on different shows, and we're gonna see what seems to stick. And the other thing is so essentially it's hey, I'm helping people who make more than $100,000 a year get to the next stage in their career by using a couple of proven techniques and starting a podcast.
I like it. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. I would have, like, well, you're going to try different things. This is the first time you're making that offer. You're just like,
So I figure once I talk to people and, I can kind of capture what they're talking about as their problem, where they want to get to as a goal and things like that, I can probably go back and just refine those and just be like, I get 6 people that all say, I want blah, 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 blah. I go in and I say, hey, do you want blah, 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 blah? Because I can get you there in the ad. Right. Does that make sense?
You need to have one calls right now just to understand what the audience wants. Like there are quite a few things. Like this is something that I had to learn the hard way. One is, what is it that they want?
Yep.
Other is, what is it that they see you as the vehicle for providing it, right? Not everything. So there's the outcome that they want,
Mm-hmm.
and they are currently in a certain state, right? But then they also have to believe that you can provide them that outcome, and you can provide them in a vehicle that like the vehicle that you're proposing is actually the perfect vehicle for you and for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there's quite a few different, it's like almost like a triangle. You have to get all of these three right to get them to become clients. But right now your job is not to even try to sell them. Your job is just to talk to them.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm hoping that I can get 30 people or so to grab a time slot and talk to me. So
Awesome.
That would be great. If you get 30 people to grab a time slot, and even if 20 people show up and you have a call, you will learn so much from it. You have very clear understanding of what you should or should not offer.
Yeah. The other thing is I can go back to those folks and see if I can fill a group of 10 and then tweak the ads to get the next 10.
Exactly. Like, yeah, exactly.
That's basically what we talked about before. So
yeah, once you got the offer dialed in, and the offer dialing in is the part that's the painful part, but you talk to people, you talk to enough people, you start to figure out the offer, then you just make that offer. You don't even do these 15-minute calls anymore. Then it's just like, hey, are you making 100K? All right. Hey, do you want to go higher? Let me show you how to do that. Through,
through podcasting.
Yeah.
Podcasting. And then I guess the other thing we're talking about money, Developer Media has sold 14 or 16 slots, sponsorship slots. So that's coming together.
Nice. Out of like the next 3 months, next 2 months?
Out of the next 2 months.
Nice.
And they said they have a few more proposals out. They just haven't gotten the complete buy-in yet. So
sweet. Okay. And are they paying you by CPM or per?
No, it's just a flat rate for each show.
Okay, so every show has a different rate.
Yeah, JavaScript Jabber is, I think, $1,000 a spot, and then all the other shows are $500 a spot. If I remember.
That's very straightforward, cut and dry. And how long are the spots?
45 seconds, give or take.
It's not bad.
They've got a couple of people too that they're talking to that are interested in doing dedicated bonus episodes, and those are $5,000 a piece. And yeah,
that's good. There you go.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah. So I've decided.
Are you going to name a kid after me?
Yeah, the next kid we have, we're going to name it after you, John.
All right, that's what I wanted. Okay.
But yeah, and then I've decided that I just need to buckle down and just focus on this one thing, just getting this mastermind thing and the feedback and stuff off the ground. I'm toying with doing a summit at the end of March just to sell more of the mastermind seats, just to get more people in. But that's
I wouldn't worry about that anytime soon. Right now, your job is just to figure out the perfect offer to make.
Yeah, but
if you get the offer,
I'm kind of in a holding pattern on that right now. So
why are you in the holding pattern? That's your problem, because you're not taking action on it, not because something is missing.
Well, what else do I do? I mean, I've put the
dude, that is a lot of work. Figuring this shit out will take you a couple of months easily to figure this out, to really have that conversation with all these people and then figure out what's the perfect offer. It's going to take you some time. It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's going to take, next week you're going to roll out these ads. People are going to start
scheduling calls.
Maybe the week after you're going to start having calls. And from those calls, you're going to learn what it is. And it's going to take a couple of weeks to go back and forth and really identify what it is that you're trying to do here. And once you have that identified, then the next thing would be to say, okay, let's enroll these people. Right?
Yeah.
It's figuring out the offer, enrolling the people, all of that is time consuming effort. It's really mentally draining more than you know,
Okay.
because it requires you to come up with a very precise angle that will get people to buy.
Yeah.
It's not a generic offer, which people buy or don't buy. So that part will take time and effort and energy. It's mental bandwidth that you have to spend on getting that offer right. Otherwise, you got too many plates spinning. You don't the summit, man. You don't need that. What? Maybe you need that money, but you don't really need it because it's not. It's a distraction compared to having people in your mastermind for $1,000 a month.
Yeah, the thing that I'm looking at it more as is a way to get people in who have this problem, who
No.
I can pitch it to during the summit.
No, then you just do a webinar. I mean, if that comes to that, but that is only after you have identified the offer. Don't worry about it. Right now, just all you need to do is identify the offer and get people on these calls. Initially, the market research calls, and then more of the what they call strategy calls, the sales calls, right? Enrollment calls. So
Yeah, don't put more on your plate. That's not gonna.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you just need two things working. Like if you just made the goal for the quarter to get 10 people paying you $1,000 a month each in your mastermind.
You really think I can get people to pay me $1,000 a month for this?
I think they should be able to pay more just because the end result you're trying to get them is pretty good. As long as you believe you can get them the end results, they should be willing to pay a lot.
Oh, I could definitely get them the end result. That's not what I'm.
And why wouldn't they pay?
I have a lot of people that are paying me $1,500 a month right now. So
For one-on-one or for mastermind?
for one-on-one. Well, I have 4 people that are paying $1,000 a month for mastermind.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
all about whether they see the value there. It's all about positioning. So
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And how much money they're making. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, if they can afford that.
yeah, like
Mhm.
you have to find the right people
Well,
where
that's the
$1,000 a
point.
month isn't a big deal.
Yeah, if you go after people who are at least making 6 figures, then $1,000 a month is actually something realistic that they will invest in growing their career.
Yeah,
If
fair enough.
they're at least making 100K and they want to grow their career,
Yep.
$1,000 a month is not a stretch. In fact, it is actually a pretty good deal,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
right?
So
And
you
if
guys, okay.
and the end goal is clearly defined, which is grow your career or maybe make more money in your career, become a higher paid developer. If you can show me the dream, if you can paint the dream of me like 3 years from now, what will be the outcome of what we build here today?
Yeah.
What is
Yep.
double the salary? How much is double the salary worth to you? Or
Yep.
you can get a higher position in your business. How much is that worth to you? You have to
Yeah,
sell.
that's true.
Remember, you're not selling the product. You're selling the
I'm
dream.
selling the dream. Yep.
Selling the future. You're not selling the vehicle.
Yeah.
You're not selling Tesla. You're selling the vision of you being
Right.
so cool when you're driving a Tesla, and you being such a you like all the people being jealous of you because you're driving a Tesla. Like I'm just giving an example, but
Mhm.
like you're not selling Tesla. You're selling experience.
Right.
You're selling an end result. The product doesn't mean shit. The end result is all that you're selling.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So you guys told everyone I had COVID last week. This is
Yeah.
all these people messaged me and
I did not say you had COVID.
and they
Somebody
said, I
else
hope
might
you
have.
recover from COVID. Like I got all these messages on Instagram. I didn't have COVID.
You
But
did not have COVID.
Huh?
Yes, you did not have COVID.
I might have said
did.
you had COVID in jest, but
I did get tested and I did have the antibodies for both antibodies. So I have had it if it exists, but and then I did a test and I did not have it but I did have strep throat. I did have strep throat again and I took antibiotics. So
last time when you had 104 fever, that's when you had COVID.
That's when I had it. If it exists, that's when I had it. But
The
If it
104
exists.
fever,
Yeah.
104 fever is not normal. 104 fever is not normal at this age. It happens to kids, but at this age, it's very unlikely, especially with a strep throat.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I mean, yeah,
And
probably if it exists, then
Yeah.
that's probably true. Yeah, but thanks for that. Everyone thought I was gonna die.
hey,
Oh, that's the thing that I think is so funny is I tell people, like, I tweeted over Christmas that I had COVID, or I talked to my team, you know, folks in Philippines, and everybody's asking me when I'm going to the hospital. I'm like, I'm not that sick. I'm a little tired.
Yeah. Not everyone is supposed to be sick from this shit.
Just the people that need to be sick from this.
Yeah, I mean, I have friends that wound up in the hospital, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's why you gotta make sure you turn off that Alexa device.
You just triggered everybody's device. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, except for my own, because my own doesn't listen to my voice anymore. She's like, I'm gonna start calling her. I was gonna rename my Alexa to bitch. Then I could just say, bitch, turn off the lights. Bitch, you know.
Can you change the? I know you can change the wake word to like echo or computer, but I didn't know you could change it to anything else.
I think you can change the keyword.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you guys, I am getting okay. So I'm never doing a $1 promotion for a trial again. So there's something interesting about, like, you know, the price points on things. Of the $1 promotion people, like a ton of people dropped off that had gotten Bulldog Mindset for $1. Some people like asked for refunds
for $1.
Yes. Or then they got billed the $29 the next month, and then they immediately asked for a refund, which of course I told them no, I don't think so. And they had gotten the real estate course and everything for free as well. So yeah, so there's some level of like of cheapness that you want to stay away from. Even some of a lot of the $7 trial, I'm thinking about. I mean, it's been successful, so I'll probably keep that. But I've thought about ending that and just straight up, this is what it costs. Just join the membership. Yeah, but yeah, or maybe throwing in a bonus for joining the membership. But
yeah, that might be the other strategy. Like lately, what I'm toying with is not doing discounting, but instead doing limited time bonuses.
Yeah,
right.
Because it's the same effect, but discounting just can make your product cheaper, while a bonus only makes it, you know.
Well, the bonus, what it does is it adds that urgency, right? Because the bonus is going to go away. It adds that urgency to the people who want the base product anyway, because they're getting a better deal. If you lower the price, you're getting the people who only care about price. And those are the people that you're going to wind up fighting with.
Right. And but I mean, with the membership is a little different. Like offering a cheaper price on the first month is not quite the same as like a full on. Like,
no, it's different.
But still, it's interesting. But I did a Bluehost promotion for the membership, which I thought was going to do really well, because it's like, if you sign up for a website with Bluehost hosting, you get I was giving 2 months of membership for free. So if you're a member, you would get it. If you're not a member, you can become a member and get it. And it didn't drive. I think I only got 5 people that signed up for Bluehost of all those emails, which is
What's
crazy.
the affiliate commission from Bluehost?
It's like $125. So it was
How many?
it was worth the
Sent to
trade-off.
10,000 people?
Yeah. Which is crazy, because it's just a web, you know what I mean? Like, it's I would have thought that with a website, that just like, how many people need to create a website? A lot. It's a pretty high demand thing, but yeah, I don't know.
You've done it on Simple Programmer too in the past, right?
A Bluehost promotion?
Yeah.
I've done it before. Yeah. I mean, I regularly get a bunch of signups on Bluehost for both Simple Programmer and Bulldog Mindset, just by having it as a resource link and in my blogging course. So But I guess that's people that are looking specifically for building a site or yeah. So it's interesting. But yeah, with Simple Programmer, when I've done the straight up promotion, it hasn't worked either. But I figured this one would work because people are like, well, I'm want to get Bulldog Mindset membership for free, or I,
Right.
I might as well sign up since I'm already a member. But yeah, not so much. So that one I will not be doing again. And I think the next promotion will be the price increase.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah, you've been threatening on your channel to raise the price for a while, so I think you
Yeah.
need to just do it to people and make them go, "Oh!"
yeah, we've got it scheduled now, like to do the promotion to raise the price. So and I'll do it in 2 increments. Well, and that'll also give me a chance to test it, right? So I'll raise it by $10 a month, and then let's see how many people jump in there, and then what the how many people continue to join after that, and then decide when to do the next price jump.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should raise the price at some point soon.
Yeah.
And maybe continue to, or I guess you can only get it up to 49. After that, it's going to be hard to sell that, right?
I think so. I mean, yeah. I mean, considering the audience that I have on YouTube, that's probably true. I mean, there's people that sell memberships obviously for like $100 a month or so, but I feel like when you start to get into the $100 plus per month range for membership, the membership really has to be focused on something that makes someone money directly, like that isn't within a niche. Like real estate investing, people will pay $100 a month if they're real estate investors, or $200 a month to be part of that club, right?
Online business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those things. But for Bulldog Mindset in general, I think it's better to to divide it so that I have kind of the low end people that can still afford the monthly price, and then the high end people go to coaching, or they buy a
Right.
lifetime membership, or they do one of those other things. So
it's going up to 39 next week.
I'm not sure when it should be. Yeah, it should be next week is when we're going to do it. So
All right. Well, that should be fun. We
Yeah.
get a lot of people off the sites. And are you going to make them an offer for the annual as well?
Yeah, I think it's $1,000. It'll be for the or for the not for the annual, for the lifetime. Not going to really push the annual. There's no need to do that. It's better to sell the monthly and then the lifetime.
Are you raising the price on your current subscribers too?
No, and that's
That would be terrible.
Yeah, I was just
not according to Steve. What's his name? Hastings.
Steve Jobs.
No.
Steve Jobs.
Who's net?
Steve Jobs.
I was talking to
John.
him last week.
Yeah.
And
Who's Netflix?
When I had COVID and I was a little delusional, I was talking to Steve Jobs.
I'm thinking Netflix. Hastings. What's his name?
Reed Hastings.
Reed Hastings. Yeah, because he keeps on raising Netflix prices on everyone.
How does it work with the cards?
Huh?
When you raise the price, you can't just change the price in the cards. Like you can't just say, "Oh, now everyone who's a customer will be paying $10 more." You can't do that.
Yeah, I can. I just make a new offer. So the existing customers will still pay the same.
Exactly.
And that will also, so the beauty of this also is that it will increase the stick rate for existing customers, because one of the things I'm going to have Tim do with the promotion is say, look, he's going to send emails to existing members and say, the price is going up, but not for you. You locked in, right? And they're going to get an offer to get the lifetime membership for the lower price before that goes away, goes up, right? But it'll also increase the stick rate for them, because it's like, hey, if you leave, you're going to be giving up, your spot where you got the lower priced membership.
So could, what I'm trying to understand is there actually any way you could change price on people in a cart? I don't think that is actually.
What do you mean?
Oh, like increase if I wanted to do it.
Like tech companies probably do that all the time, but
right.
in our carts we don't really We can't do that, right? We can't just randomly change the price on someone in a monthly subscription.
I don't think so. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe you can go into Stripe and change the price.
The subscription price. Maybe.
You might be able to do it like in Stripe, but
That would be dangerous. Like trying to pull that shit off, man.
yeah, that would not be a very smart move. Like Stripe could, like if you did that, you know, and people complain, I think Stripe could really come down
Boot
on
you.
you. And yeah,
Yeah.
Stripe could kick you out.
yeah.
By the way, I'm speaking of Netflix. I'm interviewing the co-author of No Rules, which is the most recent book. Which
Oh, okay.
Erin Mayer, she's a professor of, she's a business school professor at INSEAD. So, and you know INSEAD, right? It's one of the top business schools in the world. It's in Paris. INSE. Yeah. And she co-wrote the book with your friend Steve Jobs. No. Reed Hastings. She co-wrote the book with Reed Hastings, the founder of Netflix, the CEO of Netflix.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I'm excited to talk to her because she's basically in cahoots with Reed Hastings. By the way, for anyone who's listening who hasn't yet read the book, for people who are maybe like most of the people who are listening are probably in the early stages of entrepreneurship, I do not recommend No Rules just yet because it's a lot more about culture and team and all that stuff. But I do recommend the book that Mark Randolph, the other co-founder of Netflix, wrote a year ago, which is That Will Not Work. It's like phenomenal book. It's probably one of the best books for startups in terms of learning the like he tells the story from the point of like literally the nuts and bolts of something as simple as the Netflix, like how did they actually stumble into the membership model and things like that. That book is really, really, really good for startup entrepreneurs for any kind. Mark Randolph, That Will Not Work. It's the story of the founding of Netflix for the first 3 or 4 years.
I got a cool one. Check this, what I got in the mail the other day.
Oh, damn.
It's like his new book.
I see a dildo there.
It's like, and then
A dildo.
Little note. So I'm doing an interview with him in February. And so so he's got like, he sent me a signed copy of the new book and then a bunch of stuff.
What is that long cylindrical thing, John?
Let's see.
I wasn't lying.
It is. It's a poster for the book, I think. A scroll.
Man at arms.
With like, yeah. So, this is pretty interesting because.
Is this a fiction book that you're interviewing him for?
Yeah, it's a fiction book. It's called Man at Arms, right? Did you read Gates of Fire? You would
I've
like
only
it.
read non-fiction work. I don't indulge so much in fiction these days.
Yeah, like, well, Stephen Pressfield is one of my exceptions because he's Gates of Fire is really good. It's just, I think there's a lot of lessons in there as well because he writes historical fiction, but yeah. So what was I going to say about his book? I can't remember now, but anyway, I reached out to him to do an interview with him when I heard the new book was coming out, and yeah, but I know what I was gonna say. So this is like ingenious, right? So if you're launching a book, like look at the marketing that he did for this, right? Send a big box to people that that are gonna interview you with the book in it with all kinds of content, right? They're gonna share it on social media when they get the big box from you, right? Which I did, and then. You're building all this hype for it. Imagine, I mean, it's going to cost you some money to send out these boxes, but if you made a list of like your top 100 influencers, right, and you sent them all those boxes, it would be maybe it costs you like, I don't know what, $5,000 to do that. You think even that? Maybe, yeah. Let's say $5,000. It's going to pay off in spades to do that. So. So learn from the masters, see what they do,
Yep.
but now I have to read that book before. I've got such a
When is
big
your
list
when are
of
you
books.
doing that?
It's
What's
at
that?
February. So
Yeah, February. I've got it somewhere on my calendar. I'll have to see. Hopefully it's not when I'm out of town. I don't think it is.
you're going to be out of town? You're running another 100-miler?
That's it. Yep. No, I'm going to. I'll be leaving for Miami on Sunday. I'm going to.
I still
record a
don't know who these
podcast.
guys are. I can't find them online. They're like smoke and mirrors to me.
What? Fresh and Fit
Yeah,
podcast. Fresh.
I've looked it all up. Like
You
there's
can't
nobody.
when you search Fresh and Fit podcast, you don't find anything.
All I see is random like fresh fit podcast. Like send me the link. I still don't.
Like it's mostly a YouTube channel, right? It's like a
Yeah,
live
with like
show.
1,000 subscribers or something, right?
I see
Uh,
Instagram, the Apple Podcasts.
Fresh and Fit. Here, I'll send you the YouTube. Okay. They just got in trouble. They got their Instagram account or their TikTok account banned, and they were all over the news for being sexist. So, yeah. Anyway, I mean they're growing pretty quickly as far as like their streams do pretty well. But
What are they
because they're
selling?
doing
Like how are they
live
making
shows.
money?
Well,
All I see is a Patreon.
yeah, so there's a few interesting things that they're doing to make money. So they've got a Patreon. I think I'm not sure how well the Patreon is doing. I think it's doing well at this point. Does it show how many are people in there?
I don't know. I don't trust any business that depends on Patreon for a living.
Well, they're doing Patreon. I know that they've probably got a decent number of people on the Patreon. And then in addition, they do so when they do the live streams, right? People can donate money on the live streams, right? Super chat. And so I'm guessing each live stream that they're doing, which they're doing like 2 or 3 a week, that they're probably pulling in a couple $100 on each live stream. And
Dude, I mean, that's not even a business. I mean, it's just a hobby at this point.
yeah,
I'm serious.
And then
Like,
they launched
it's a hustle.
course. Yeah, well, no, they launched a course called like an Instagram like dating course, I think, and that I think they did like 80 or 90K on the launch. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's decent. I mean, they just started out. I was helping
why
them
aren't
kinda
they
get started.
why aren't they like why are they putting their if they have a course, why are they putting a link to Patreon on their YouTube's first link? Like that to me is red flags all over.
Yeah, because they're doing
They
like
don't know
something.
about marketing.
What's that?
They don't know much about marketing if Patreon is the most important link on their YouTube banner.
Yeah, they're trying to make a membership essentially, but they're using Patreon to do it, which I don't know. I've talked to them about that they should set up a real site instead of a Patreon, but
I mean, yeah, whatever, man.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've grown pretty damn quickly. We'll see. But yeah, they had a TikTok account that got banned, and then yeah, a whole fiasco like on a bunch of new articles like on Fox News and a bunch of places where
as the founder and CEO of 2000 Books.
But yeah, TikTok though is going crazy. I have my TikTok account now. I paid that guy to manage it. It's insane. I've got already, it's been like what, 2 weeks. I've got 2,700 followers on TikTok, like 30K likes, a bunch of my videos.
Oh, wow.
I've got videos that on TikTok that have 112,000 views, 101,000 views. One that came out yesterday already has 62,000 views. The one from the day before has 62,000 views. So I've got a bunch of videos that are going viral on the platform. So it's going to be like it's going to be the most rapid growth. Like at this point, basically within a couple months, I'll probably have, 50, 60,000 followers on TikTok, and it'll be, I could see in a year this being my largest platform, which is insane. So
I don't know. We shall see.
yeah. I mean, it's grown faster than any other platform.
Mm.
So,
Has it given you any returns though?
well, I'm not selling anything from there yet, but I am seeing it.
Can you see
pushing.
it sending clicks back to your site and all that stuff?
I don't even have the site in there yet. I've just got my Instagram in there. I'll have to put the site into the profile. I was waiting till I get till it grows enough before.
You guys aren't getting on Clubhouse yet. Clubhouse is the real deal.
I'm on Clubhouse
I'm
now,
on Clubhouse, yeah.
and I've
Clubhouse
talked
is
to
the
a few
real deal.
folks that want to do some kind of like joint. I haven't actually participated in any conversations yet, but
I have been on multiple conversations, and boy, man, this is like some of the conversations have been so useful, so powerful. So, and it's like it's another level shit, man. Like being able to talk to people and just talk about business or whatever. Like John, you should have a Bulldog group at some point. I highly believe, and Chuck, you could actually get clients from Clubhouse if you were just talking about how to use podcasting to grow your career, stuff like that, right? To become a highly paid developer as a part, like stuff like that, man. It's unbelievable how powerful. It's not the place to get mass followership. It's the place to get very precise high ticket followership for very
right.
It's not where you go to sell book summaries. It's where
Yeah.
you go to sell your $1,000 coaching, and you're not really selling anything, but just because you're there, people will people ask you questions and you give them precise answers, and people are like, this guy knows what he's talking about. I'll pay him the money, right? Because most of the time sales effort is like, okay, here's my sales page, go buy this shit, and people don't know. But if you can really answer their questions, the burning questions that they are struggling with in whatever realm,
Right.
it's fucking fire, man. It is fire. Like I'm so close to basically paying this guy or hiring this guy because, and I won't name names because, um, just I'll keep it out there. But the guy has been talking about precisely the stuff that I talk about, which is like membership versus lower ticket offers and how to scale that, because he literally he scaled his business selling low ticket offers using Facebook ads. I know John doesn't believe anyone has ever made any money on Facebook ads, but John, there is one person. He scaled his business through Facebook ads, selling low ticket offers and selling a membership all the way to multiple seven figures. And then he sold his business to a software company for over 8 figures. He sold his business because all they wanted were his list of customers,
Right.
his list of members in his portfolio. So yeah, he sold it for over 8 figures. And every time I talk to him, I'm like, damn, the guy actually, like he's able to answer my questions precisely what I'm struggling with in that moment with regards to membership versus courses and ads and all those things. So it's the place, man. It's really, Clubhouse is badass.
So one thing that I'm wondering about, because honestly, I haven't done it yet. I've got a few folks, like I said, that want to do kind of a joint discussion, right?
That's the only way to go for it. Joint is the way to go. And that's when you get a large following to come.
Okay. I guess my question is, do you like, so then do you go promote it on your own social media, like on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and just let people know, hey, I'm going to be on at this time talking about this thing?
Yep.
The only problem though is it's invite only, so they won't be able to get on it.
Oh, they can't get in unless you give them the invite?
Unless people, no. So if people are already on Clubhouse, then they are in. But
Yeah,
those who are not on Clubhouse, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while, I'll get a ping for if one of my friends who's in my contacts list, and they join Clubhouse or they are on the wait list, then Clubhouse will ping me saying, hey, this person is trying to get in. Do you want to give them a free bump and let them in?
I gotcha.
and then I'll be actually able to ping them in or to let them in just because they are on my contact list.
Nice.
So people can request invites, and then you can actually let them in.
So-
I think Clubhouse is ridiculous. I don't know who's gonna try and buy them ASAP, but the last time I heard, a week ago, they only had 6 employees.
Oh, wow.
The
So-
funny thing is, for something like that they have built, you don't need that many employees. I mean, it's like a WhatsApp
Yeah.
kind of deal. Like you literally just are letting the community do its thing. WhatsApp was what, 25 employees when they were a $1 billion company, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really need that many for software, so,
John, I got one for you that I think you need to be on.
huh.
It's called OnlyFans: Monetizing Insights from a Beverly Hills Lawyer.
There we go. That's
Mm.
it.
John's going live on OnlyFans these days. I'm doing Clubhouse here, trying to get some business clients. John's doing OnlyFans, trying to get some Bulldog clients.
You gotta
So-
you gotta sell everything you've got, so
Yeah.
all
So
of
We
it.
definitely don't have that.
So you just get on and talk to people, and I mean, how are you pitching them at the end of your conversation stuff or
No.
anything? Or just saying,
You can pitch. It's a soft pitch. It's not like, hey, go buy my
Right.
shirt. Yeah, some people might be doing that, but it's much better to like just answer and tell them, hey, by the way, if you're interested in exploring this further, and make sure to hit me up on Instagram or hit me up on Twitter or something so we can talk
Oh, I
about it.
gotcha.
Or my email is in the bio, so you can send me an email and we can talk
I
about
gotcha.
it. Something
So you
like
just
that.
give them another way to connect with you.
Yes, because there's no way to connect with people. There's no way to have a two-way conversation on that platform. It's all about rooms, right?
I gotcha.
So a two-way conversation can only happen off the platform. So you have to have some sort of a messaging. Like you can say, hey, yeah, if you got value and if you really want to do this and you want me to help you, send me an email.
Mhm.
And my email is in the bio, or send me and DM. My DM, Instagram is in the bio, something.
I
So it's
gotcha.
pretty legit. I think it is pretty legit. John, did you already get like a bunch of followers from Bulldog, or?
I've joined Clubhouse, but I haven't done anything on there yet. The only problem I have with it is that it feels like a big just time sink. Not waste of time, but a time sink. Like it's it was like, remember when Instagram was first, like the rave was like to do live streams on Instagram every day, or what's that other app? I can't remember what it was called, but anyway, I don't know. It's like,
It's so funny because they got so big doing that, and then nobody can remember their names because Instagram does it too.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can't even remember the name of that company, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't know.
Periscope?
Periscope. Yeah,
Periscope.
yeah.
Mhm.
But it's such a time sink. That's the problem. Is like, what are you gonna do? It's like, I mean, listening in there is a time sink, and then like making your own thing is, I mean, I guess if you set up like a weekly show, almost like where you have a room and you talk about a topic, if you have a set period of time, and that's like but I could jump on there for hours, or I could create content that lives forever. That's, yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
but
I don't think it's not useful. I think it's useful, but it's just,
It's a completely different angle, though. It's not like a content that you create is a one-way street. It will forever be one-way street.
yeah.
I think for me, what I'm kind of looking at this for is, doing a conversation on, let's say we do it on, furthering your career, right? The kind of thing that I'm going to be doing the mastermind about, right?
Mhm.
So I could get on and I could say, hey, look, I'm just going to help people figure out what the next step should be in their career for an hour on Clubhouse, right? And then I can have those conversations, and I can turn around and I can make the content to answer those questions in more depth. But it gives me all of the information I need, and I can actually have use cases that I can go to and say, look, I did this Clubhouse chat. I'm doing another one on this date. This person brought this thing up, and here's where they're trying to get to, and here's what they need to be doing to get there, right? And so you can put the content together to get people in, right? You could do the same thing on Bulldog, whatever you've got a couple of different courses in there, right? So you could say, look, I'm going to answer fitness questions on Clubhouse for an hour, and then you answer 3, 4, 5 questions, you can either repurpose that if you record it onto your YouTube channel, or you could just turn around and say, hey, look, I did this Clubhouse thing live. Somebody asked me this question. Here's what I told them, and I did a little more research, and here are a couple more tidbits.
That's not a bad idea. Then you're at least using the.
And so you can feed them back into each other, and then people will come and say, okay, well, this is great with all these people here, but I want some one-on-one, and then they sign up for your coaching.
Right. Yeah. Now that I guess that makes sense. That could work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there is like a need to use Clubhouse or a need to use any platform for that matter.
Yeah.
You just choose to do what you feel the best about. I'm just saying Clubhouse is a great two-way communication, especially for people who want to sell high ticket programs. It is definitely a beautiful place to be today. And you make rabid fans out of people because you're able to ask, like you're able to help them with precisely the challenge they're facing right now.
Right. Yeah.
And you can build so much trust because they're like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about in this realm or in this domain. And it makes it much easier to want to buy from them.
Yep.
By the way, what do you think of that screenshot I sent you guys? I know John doesn't believe in any of that shit, but John only believes in conspiracy theories.
Screenshot
Huh?
on WhatsApp.
John only believes in conspiracy theories. He does not believe in.
Yeah.
But then I keep telling him that email is a conspiracy theory, but then he refuses to believe the email is a conspiracy theory.
That email itself is.
Did you email him about it?
No, the screenshot of that email. So I know he wouldn't believe it if I told him, oh, look at this, it's real. But if I tell him it's a conspiracy, then he might believe it.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Yes. But did you see that screenshot all the way down to the bottom? What I was saying?
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you said it before though. It's the same person that
Yeah.
you talked about before. So
Yeah. I just didn't know how fast the growth was in that case.
yeah.
I have a hard stop in 8 minutes. Work scheduled a meeting at 11. So.
All right.
Oh, I do have one other thing real quick. So I am, I got, actually, Antonio hooked me up with this guy that created his
TikTok.
Russian channel.
Oh.
No, it's Russian. I did the TikTok, but Antonio has some pretty good connections, I guess. So he's got this Russian. So I talked to this Russian guy. Okay. And what he does is it's an ingenious business model, and I'm going to have him do it for me. He duplicates your YouTube channel, and then he dubs it in Russian and puts Russian text in there. So for Antonio's one, he's got his Russian channel has like 500,000 subscribers. He's making a lot of money on the Russian channel.
What? 500,000?
Yeah, it's a huge market, the Russian market. So these guys are Russian. He's got this whole team, and here's how it works. He was just doing YouTube channels, but he saw my thing. He's like, I want to start doing the entire funnel. So he's like, let's duplicate your entire Bulldog Mindset membership and YouTube channel, right? And then we do a 50-50 split.
That's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Right. And they do everything. I don't have to do anything.
Hey, I'll do that deal.
Right. Yeah. That's what anyone will do that deal. Right. Like it's like a crazy deal. So
that's a lot of rubles.
Yeah. but yeah, that could be a pretty good source of income. Don't have to do anything for it. He just duplicates everything. So
nice.
All right. Should we do our thoughts then?
Yeah.
You should ask him to do it in every language.
Well, they're Russians. I mean, you know.
That's why they can hack everything.
Yeah, they'll do it in Estonian next.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big country. Everyone in Estonia would have to become John's member for John to pay the bills.
Yeah.
He's just going to set up a Clubhouse chat for everyone in Estonia and sell them all.
Clubhouse is dope.
So my thought this week, and this has always been hard for me. I mean, we even had a conversation about it today, but just focus, right? I've kind of been chasing everything. It's an easy trap to fall into. And I realized I was talking to JD Trask from Raygun yesterday for a podcast interview, and he talked about how they had like 6 or 7 SaaS products that they had out before Raygun, and once Raygun really took off, they realized that they needed to just focus on it and kind of dropped all the other stuff. And he talked about that inflection point. It was kind of funny because he basically said, I'm giving away some secrets from the interview, but basically what he said was that they got a little bit of angel investment money in, and then their revenue just shot way up. And he said, what's funny is we didn't spend any of that money. And he's like, we saw that shoot way up. And the reason it shot way up is because it made us comfortable enough to drop all the other stuff. Right? It essentially, what it was we have enough of a cushion that we don't have to rely on the income from the 6 other products. And so they dropped them and just focused on Raygun because they felt like they had the runway to do that. And it turned out that they didn't spend any of that money, right? But because they focused on the one thing, everything, it just took off, right? Raygun took off and they dropped all that other stuff. And I realized that I am trying to chase way too many things, right? And so I'm trying to figure out what that focus looks like for me. The mastermind, it really feels like it's the right direction for me. Teaching people how to grow their careers, use podcasting to do it. There's some other things that are kind of tied into how you do the podcasting and get people involved and things like that, but it's all part of the same thing. And right now it's just that focus on that one thing. And how do I get people in? And then how do I make sure I'm delivering the value, right? Because I know I can deliver the value. It's just a matter of actually delivering it once I have people signed up. And so, just getting that focus and then kind of doubling down on the focus arena, right? Where it's figuring out my offer, right? That's my focus. And then it's going to be signing people up, and that's going to be my focus. And then, as I get people in, then delivering the value is going to be my focus, right? And then once that becomes somewhat automatic, they've added functionality to Raygun, right? So now it does runtime user monitoring, and it does application performance monitoring in addition to what they originally did, which was the error reporting. But they haven't added those until they've gotten the other pieces of things nailed down to the point where they can shift focus, right? And then what they do is they have people who are still focused on those things, right? So the corporate focus can shift a little bit, but you still have people focused on that one thing. And anyway, so it's been interesting just to kind of sit here and think about that and go, okay, I just need to focus on this is it. This is the thing, the one thing, the only thing. And then kind of move ahead from there.
Yep, that's good. I like that. I like the idea of thinking about having the runway, and then like you should almost ask yourself the question of, if you had maybe this will be my thought. Here we go. I'll do this one. If you had the runway, which is almost like a variation of the question, if you could not possibly fail, what would you do? Right? It's like, yeah. If you had the runway in your business, if you didn't need to make money, if you weren't so concerned about making money in the short term, what would you do in the business? What would make the most sense? Right? Because we're all making these poor trade-offs, right? I'm doing it. We're all doing it, where we're like, oh, I need to make the money now, or I'm keeping this thing around because I don't want to kill any of my babies, because all of my babies, maybe this baby could become a good baby. Right? And it's like, we probably should be killing a lot of our babies. Right?
Yeah.
And just focusing on one or two of them that are really good. But yeah, that'll be my thought then.
That's really good. Yeah, I agree with you guys. That's all there is to my thought today. It's good stuff. I like the example a lot. The Raygun example. It's brilliant.
All right. Well, I probably won't be here next week because I'll be traveling, but I'll see you guys after.